Hello students, let's start another chapter, class 5 EVS from the book Headlights Environment. Now this chapter deals with how we should keep our environment safe and what are the reasons for the pollution. Okay, all the things around us that we see and feel make up our environment. The air we breathe, the water we drink, plants, trees, animals all constitute the environment. So what is the definition of environment? Natural surroundings in which an organism lives. So this comes as 1 mark question. Define environment. Okay. Now we come to the second page. Environment and its components. The environment is made up of both living and non-living components. Plants, animals and human beings are the living components. Air, water, soil, light, temperature are the non-living. See, again this comes, define environment, write the components. Living is also called biotic. Bio means life. So remember it, biotic component and abiotic component. Abiotic means non-living. Give examples again. Remember it, human beings, biotic, air, water, soil, light, abiotic. Okay. Importance of environment to us and other living beings. Now, the environment is essential for life on earth. It provides us with everything we need to live. Clean air to breathe, fresh water to drink, food to eat, regulates the temperature and brings about a change in climate, which is crucial for survival of living beings. We are going to read further regarding this. Impact of human activities on the environment. Now, the number of people living on earth is referred to as its human population. See, whatever is written in bold, try to learn because it comes as filling the blanks. So people living on earth is called, though not a very good question, but still, teachers might give, since it is given in bold letters, human population. Human population is increasing day by day. This has led to an increase in the demand for food, water, housing, clothing. Hence, forests are cut down to get more and more clear land for building houses and factories. Human activities have a deep impact on the environment. Now, this is a very important and good question also. Do you think rise in population, human population has led to deterioration of the environment or the effect on the environment? Yes, definitely. See, when the population rises, we need land. So, we need to clear the forest, right? Deforestation. Land is needed what? For building houses, factories. So when you are building urbanization, building of houses, pollution is added. Vehicles, more factories, more air pollution. There is a pressure on the land to produce more crops. So you use of fertilizers and pesticides which have chemicals. So everything leads to all the types of population. So the first cause and the primary cause is definitely the human population. Now if suppose there are no humans, then of course there will not be any pollution, right? So the rise in human population leads to a lot of impact on the environment. How? Again you will write like this. Increase in vehicle use resulting in air pollution, improper waste disposal, soil pollution, waste disposal in water bodies, water pollution. So you can write in your own words also, starting from this. So this paragraph is important for the question of how human activities impact our environment. Okay. Then we have pollution and its types. Pollution, what is pollution? Introduction of harmful substances or contaminants into the environment causing negative effect on the natural world and often on human health. Again, 1 mark question. What is pollution? Define pollution. What are pollutants? See, there is a difference between contaminants and pollutants. So remember it when it comes in the form of filling the blanks. Harmful substances are called pollutants, but any undesirable thing can be a contaminant. So basically they might not be harmful, but we don't need them, right? Say iron in water. So iron is also present in water, but if it exceeds a particular level, it can cause harmful effects. Then it becomes a pollutant, otherwise not, right? So contaminants are which we do not want them, or the extra things which are not desirable. And pollutants, the ones which cause harmful effects. Is that clear? So several types of pollution. Now here we are going to discuss about Air pollution, soil pollution, land pollution, the types of pollution. Let's start with the air pollution. This occurs when harmful substances are released in the air, leading to deterioration of air quality. Means when the air quality decreases. So here it is the harmful substances. So what are the common air pollutants? Carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide, and particulate matter. Air pollution can cause smog. Now what is smog? When in winters there is fog, when the pollutants combine with the fog, right, it results in smog. So what happens, especially in winter months, if you a lot of news comes about Delhi and NCR, there is full of smog. Now see, this is present in all the cities around India. So when the particulate matter is present and the gases are present along with it, because there is a dip in the temperature, so they combine with the moisture present in the air, and it results in decrease in visibility. So when you get up in the morning, it becomes hazy. So that is actually called smog. But when the sunlight comes, fog, what happens? Fog disappears. Why? Because they are actually, those air water vapor gets condensed because of the low temperature during winters. So that this is called fog. So when there is sunlight, the water vapor will the condensed water droplets will again evaporate, converted into water vapor, and the sky gets clear. But when there is smog, the pollutants will still remain suspended. So it will not clear even with sunshine. Okay. Now, what is the effect of air pollution? Breathing difficulties, damage to plant animal life, leading to smog. There are many effects of air pollution. I think it's given on the next page. Yes, it is given. Causes of air pollution. So what are the causes of air pollution? Some major causes: vehicular and industrial exhaust, burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, dust and debris generated from construction and demolition activities. Breakdown means when you are breaking the buildings, then that is called demolition. Construction means making. So the debris which is generated, see, remember these red marks, the red words, or the ones which is written in bold letters, it always generally comes as filling the blanks. Okay. Causes of air pollution, effect of air pollution. Air pollution has a wide range of negative effects. So number one, see, always write in points. Effects of air pollution: respiratory disorders like asthma and cough, can also lead to serious lung diseases. Number two, release of gases like carbon dioxide leading to global warming. Number three, climate change leading to shift in weather patterns and rising sea levels. Number four, leads to smog. So these are the effects of air pollution. Another important question: what is global warming? See, Earth has an atmosphere that is made of gases such as nitrogen, oxygen, and carbon dioxide. Certain gases let the sun's heat get through the atmosphere towards the Earth but do not let it escape. These are called greenhouse gases. Okay, see, let me first read and then I'll explain you what is actually the phenomenon behind it. So, what is greenhouse? Greenhouse is something where we are building an enclosed space with walls which are made of glass. It was used to grow plants in cold areas. It allows sun rays to enter the glass, but it does not allow it to escape. Okay, therefore the heat of the sun inside the glass house is the heat of the sun warms inside the glass house and makes the air moist, which is suitable for plant growth. See what happens, you imagine you have a closed room only made up of glass walls. Now the sun rays is entering, it will allow, definitely it is allowing the sun rays, but it traps the warmth of the sun because the air is present inside it which has gases. So the warmth remains. Similar effect is caused by some of the gases in the atmosphere, which is called greenhouse gases. See, if there is no greenhouse gas in our environment, we will not be able to survive, because Earth is habitable only because of this. We have read it in the previous chapter also. During day, the sun is there, So you have light and heat both. What happens during the night? Now during the night, no sun, but the earth needs to remain warm. So what happens is, when the sunlight was coming inside during the day towards the earth, the warmth was being trapped by the gases of the atmosphere. Similarly, when it is reflected back by the earth's surface, again it is trapped by the air particles. So if these gases are not present, they will not trap the heat, and the earth will become so cold that no living thing can exist. So it is important to have greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. So the effect which is caused, see, if the question comes, what are greenhouse gases? Those gases which trap the heat of the sun, making the earth surface warm, are called greenhouse gases. Example: carbon dioxide, water vapor. Water vapor is a very important and most abundant one which is present in the atmosphere, and it is very essential. Right now, these are called greenhouse gases. Greenhouse effect, if the question comes, then you have to explain this, like the of this greenhouse, that the used for growing plants, the sun rays falling inside it, coming inside it, air being trapped, the environment becomes warm. This process is called greenhouse effect. Okay. Now, why are we talking about global warming? See, carbon dioxide was present and water vapor was also present since years and years. But why we are talking about it now? Because of increase in human activities. What happens is, this level of carbon dioxide is increasing. So if the level is increasing, what is happening? It is trapping further heat of the sun. So when it is being trapped, it will lead to increase in the earth's temperature, which is called global warming. So what is global warming? Because of the level of carbon dioxide around the earth, the more heat of the sun gets trapped. This leads to rise in the surface temperature of the earth. This is called global warming. Effect of global warming: rise in temperature leading to melting of glaciers. It will affect many animals and plants both. The best example here has been given of polar bears live in the Arctic, where a lot of ice is melting because of warmer temperatures. So what happens when ice melts? Where will the polar bears live? Right? They need food because they are adapted only to the cold temperature. So it can lead to loss of habitat of many animals like penguins, sea turtles. See, it is given. So these three examples you should remember, because these three has been given in the book. So effect of global warming, again I say, rise in temperature leading to melting of glaciers, loss of habitat of many animals like polar bears, penguins, sea turtles. Even the plants, they are the ones who are, see, there are certain organisms who are not able to survive at higher temperatures. There are many microorganisms, so they get killed. They cannot survive. Okay. Okay. See, now if we do these questions, environment consists both of living and non-living. Carbon dioxide, greenhouse gases leading to global warming. Air pollution can lead to, see, यहाँ air pollution can lead to what? It can lead to global warming. It can lead to respiratory diseases. You can write any of the two. Global warming can also cause the melting of ice on mountains and the north and south poles, which can make sea level go up. See, this is one of the effect. Sea levels go up. Water pollution. So what do we say about water pollution? Okay. See, we had done air pollution. So define what is air pollution, causes, effects, and in air pollution there are other questions related to global warming. Name one gas, a greenhouse gas, right? Water pollution. What is water pollution? When pollutants are released into the water bodies like river, lakes, and oceans. Causes. See, you have to remember in points. These are the main topics. What are the causes of water pollution? Factories and machines releasing harmful chemicals into the water. Oil spills. Trash such as plastic bottles, bags, disposed or thrown into the water bottles, into the water body. So 3 causes. Effect, what will happen? Number 1, waterborne diseases like typhoid, dysentery, cholera. You have to remember the names. Number 2, aquatic animals are adversely affected. Fish and marine animals. See, for example, I give you this oil spill. What happens? There is an oil. How does oil spill happen? There are ships carrying oil. There are export imports of oil. So what happens? From there, the oil spills in the water, in the sea. What happens? The oil is always floating above the water. So the air, oxygen, it is not able to dissolve in the water. So the aquatic animals are not able to breathe. So this leads to death of many aquatic animals. Right, so fish and marine animals are adversely affected by water pollution, and they can swallow these plastic bottles. They can die because of that. Okay, then is soil pollution. Harmful things contaminating the soil is called soil pollution. Okay, then causes, heavy metals, farm chemicals. See, heavy metals generally come from mining. So heavy metals through mining activities and e-waste, number 1 point. Number 2, farm chemicals like pesticides. Number 3, industrial chemicals. So farmers are using chemicals to promote plant growth. Again, see, this is a point. Urbanize, more population, you need more production of the crops. How is it happening? You are putting chemical fertilizers, then only the output of the crops has increased, which can which due to which we are able to manage so much of population. So another significant cause of soil pollution is improper waste disposal. Yes, because see, we do not know how to dispose the waste. We are dumping everything in the ground. See the picture which has been given. So this is also one example of soil pollution. So we need to dispose the wastes properly. See, once you are disposing, what happens? It is entering into the soil, even if there are heavy metals, see, e-waste or this. So what happens is the metals goes inside, from there it enters the crops, the animals are taking it, and we are eating the same crops. Even the water flowing through the land, it gets dissolved even in the water, the chemicals, and they enter into the water bodies. Effects of soil pollution. Polluted soil can make it difficult for plants to grow as they might not receive the necessary nutrients. Now, what happens? It decreases the soil fertility, number 1 point. Number 2, it reduces the okay, so where were we? Reduction in soil fertility, harm to plants and animals, dependent on the soil. Number 3, chemicals that enter the soil find their way into the food. How? See, we are eating the crops and the crops are getting nutrients from the soil. They are absorbed. So these chemicals are also absorbed through the roots and they enter into the soil. From there, they enter into our body because we are eating that food. Okay. So these are the effects of soil pollution. Okay. Now we come to noise pollution. These days, noise pollution is also becoming a lot. Excessive, unwanted, or disruptive noise that have negative effects on human health. Noise pollution is caused by loud sounds from vehicles, machines, construction sites, and music that disturb the environment. Yes, definitely. From vehicles, machines, from construction sites. Number 4, from even the music. These days people are a habit of, and I tell you, barking of dogs is also one type of noise pollution, especially when you are studying. गली के कुत्ते हमेशा ही भौंक रहे होते हैं. Oh, loud noise from activities like parties, airplanes and factories. Effects of noise pollution. Continuous exposure to noise pollution can lead to serious health issues. How? It can damage our ears, hearing loss. Number 2. Number 3, stress, anxiety, and even affect attention and mental well-being. Number 4, even heart problems and health issues. Now, how do we measure? What is the unit of measurement of noise? It is decibel, dB. This is a very important question. Remember it. The unit used to measure loudness of noise. Whisper is 20. Conversation is 60. Over 80, which is noise, which is over 80, it will have Hearing, it can damage hearing over a period of time. So this also comes. Now, how to save environment? See, we have to take a lot of steps to save by everybody to save the environment. Okay. How can you see the what is the question? Measures to reduce air pollution. Number one, use public transport. Walk or bike instead of driving alone, especially if you are going to school. See, if you in your neighbors and other children are going, try to go together instead of one child, one vehicle. Okay. Vehicles must be checked regularly for pollution. Plant trees. This everybody knows. It helps to reduce carbon dioxide. Avoid burning trash. See, whenever you are burning, especially in India, everywhere, that there is a garbage dump and they start burning. They don't know how to dispose. They think that by burning is the best way, but it is not. So when you are burning trash, it produces lot of smoke and harmful gases. Okay, then we come to water pollution. What can be done? Do not throw garbage or plastic in the water bodies. Use fewer plastic bags. In fact, don't use plastic bag. In fact, you should not use those plastic lunch box, plastic pencil box, plastic water bottles. Okay, and in case if you have to use, try to use the recycled ones. Properly dispose of chemicals, paints and medicines to keep them out of water. Then is soil pollution. We have how to do this. Reduce, reuse and recycle to create less waste. We are going to study about this. This logo is very important. This comes as a question. What does this depict? This reuse, reduce and recycle. Use natural substances for gardening. See, we have natural fertilizers also. These days, those organic products which we call is available in the market, which do not use harmful chemical fertilizers. Do not throw e-waste in the open. Avoid using harmful chemicals in your garden or yard. So these are the methods to reduce soil pollution. Noise. Keep the volume of music and TV to a comfortable level. Be mindful of the noise you make when playing outdoors. Use headphones when listening to music or watching videos in public places. See, please do not use headphones all the time at home. These days children are a habit. They think this is, being smart, but no, it can lead to actual damage of the ears if you are putting on headphones for a long period of time. Here it is written when you are going in public spaces, right? But not at home. Do not honk until absolutely necessary. Follow rules and guidelines for limiting noise in your community. See, waste management is very important. That how to see, a lot of waste is produced these days in everybody houses, be it factories or everywhere. So if we manage, we know how to dispose the waste. This is really very important for saving the environment. So what is the meaning of management? Waste management. Managing waste and making sure it does not harm the environment. This includes the 3 R's which we have studied even in our previous classes. The first is reduce. See, why are you producing so much of waste? You have one pencil box already. Why to just, you want a new one, just you are going in a new class. Why? You have to understand, if you have a copy which is still half filled, the remaining of the pages are new. Why will you throw it? You use it. So that you don't have to buy a new copy. You can use it for your rough work. Yes or no? So if you have sufficient clothes, don't buy a new one. Be it on any occasion. Try to use what is present. So you reduce the production of waste on the first point is this. Okay, you have to use your stuff wisely. Like in a paper, I said you have to use both the sides. So you can give any example. Reuse. What is the meaning of reuse? See, you have a say a piece of, you have your t-shirt or a pant, right? You have used it, now it is old. Generally, what do? We throw it away. So you can reuse it. You can use it in the form of a dusting cloth, right? You can give it to a poor person who is really very poor. Your clothes are still in good condition, though they are old, so it can be reused by someone else. Okay. Then third is recycle. Now, what is the meaning of recycle? There are certain things which can be converted in factories into new things like paper, plastic and glass. Okay. They are then again you have this can be converted into, see, newspapers. So they can be converted into a new type of paper. Even the plastic, there are plastic which it is written recyclable plastic or polythene bags. So they can be recycled and again converted into a new plastic bag. So try to use the stuff wisely so that on the very first place the amount of garbage produced is less. Okay, so by using these 3 R's, we can help keep our planet clean for and protected for future generations. So this question is very important. Explain the 3 R's. Why waste management is important? Waste management is important because if we manage our waste judiciously, we are going to save our planet and keep it clean. And how? With the help of 3 R's. Okay. Now we have completed this chapter. Okay, now let's do the see. I have done majority of the questions which were the long questions. Activities leading to air pollution, burning waste, greenhouse gas, carbon dioxide, water pollution. See, these diseases are very important. Cholera, typhoid, dysentery. Asthma is a disease which is caused by air pollution. So you have to remember the diseases. No etc. Okay, etc. is not given here. Only 3 diseases are given, so you have to remember the 3. Soil pollution, how to reduce? Planting trees and using less plastic. Okay. Oh God. Air, water, non-living components. One of the greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide, enter air and water and pollute them are called pollutants. Air, then global warming results in rise in sea levels. We should reduce, reuse and recycle. See, we have done in all these questions. Anything extra? Let me see if anything different type of question has been given. Okay. Okay, see, this type of questions are also very interesting. You have been, okay, before that, if you are a student, what can you do to save the environment? I will again follow 3 R's. I can say, I will not buy a pencil box I already have. I will reuse it. I'll give it to a poor boy. I will try and then I will use recycle. I will give the newspapers or my old books for recycling purpose. Right, and then we have see this question number 5. Now there is an increase in soil pollution. What are you going to do? Due to now the reason has been given improper waste disposal. See this figure has been given this picture of this which I told you. There is see people are putting all the type of throwing the waste on the soil. So basically the waste has been created but has not been managed. So the first step what you can do is awareness. You have to tell everybody. So creation of awareness is very important. Use of proper disposal methods. Use of proper dustbins. You have dustbin for biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste. Then never burn the waste. Send the waste to the proper centers where it can be recycled or it can be disposed properly. Okay, so this is how we can do. Then is number 6, you have a lot of waste plastic bottle at home. What can you do? See, you can use it for planting trees, planting small plants, okay, for gardening purpose. Second, you can use it for birds, for feeding birds. You can put water or the grains for feeding birds. You can use it as a not showpiece, wall hanging can be made for your art and craft activity. Okay, and what else? This is, see, what is important is always remember these pictures which have been given. What, suppose this picture comes. Identify the type of pollution, water pollution. Name 2 effects of this type of pollution. So if you are able to identify, the following questions will be accordingly, like this. This is a picture of noise pollution. This is a picture of improper waste disposal leading to soil pollution. Okay. What is this picture of? This global warming, rise in temperature of. So remember the pictures. Pictures through picture questions can come a lot. Which is this type of pollution? Air pollution. Okay. And what else? Anything else? No. And this logo of the 3 R's. Okay. This is very important. So is this picture right? Yes. Use of headphones only in public places. Is she doing right? No. She's throwing the garbage and plastic in water, leading to water pollution. So this should not be done. Okay. I think what else? And the 3 R's. These are very important. Okay.